Welcome everyone to the Cartoon Clash, where we talk about two cartoons and then we see what's better, you know? We got our favorite cartoons here. We got The Umbilical World by David Firth, and then I like the Steven Universe movie.
Yeah.
So what did you think of these movies? How purple?
Well, they're very different, just to start off with. Two very different shows.
How did we even get to this idea? Like, did I suggest the one and then you the other, or what?
I said we should do Umbilical World because it's great, and you were like, "Oh, we should do the Cartoon Clash, and we should put in one of the terrible baby cartoons I enjoy." And so we did.
Yeah, instead of the actual baby cartoon that you want to do. Okay.
I don't want to do a baby cartoon. This is not for babies.
There are many babies in this, you know.
Well, there are babies in it. That is true. It's not for babies though. They'd be very disturbed.
Baby. Yeah. Disturbed babies. That is very accurate to this movie. Mm-hmm. So you're a big fan of this stuff, you know.
I'm surprised you're not. You were on Newgrounds back when this stuff was coming out. You should love this stuff.
Well, I do love David Firth, but I'm surprised that he made a movie where he just puts all his cartoons in it. Well, not all, just a random selection of them.
He
and
chose
I don't
them
understand
purposefully
it.
And
sure
intentionally.
He did.
Yeah, I mean he did. He had to go back and like reanimate chunks of them and stuff. So
yeah, I like when it says written by David Firth, as if there's like a big narrative to this, and it's not just some random cartoons he made and then just put them together, you know.
Each individual cartoon is definitely written by him at the very least. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's just so funny, as if this movie was like this great story that he wanted to tell, instead of just like, yeah, let's do this. Let's make a collection of my already existing work, you know.
Look, it's wonderful. Okay, it's wonderful the whole way through.
I mean, it is fine. It's okay. I mean, to be honest, I kind of prefer like watching videos instead of having to watch an entire movie, it seems.
But then you wouldn't get all the connective tissue. There's like all sorts of new stuff that he made to connect every single one.
Yeah, you know how there's a big video talking about how like Salad Fingers has this deeply fucked up story to it, and everything leads together.
That's not true. That's just like fake.
Yeah, it clearly is fake, because now we learn that Salad Fingers is actually just there, and then he turns into an umbilical cord, and then later he exists again, but then he's on a piece of toast.
Yeah, he's on the little piece of toast owned by the guys in the music video that he animated.
And maybe Salad Fingers are not even like a cohesive story, but maybe Salad Fingers are merely like a species of cockroach that you just get when you have a sandwich and you leave it out, you know?
Well, what's weird is sometimes they do connect, because there's Milford Cubicle, who shows up in Salad Fingers 10 right at the end of this movie, but he's from like Salad Fingers 1 or 2 or 3 or something. He's like an old character. And everyone was amazed when he returned and he was back. He's the corpse that hangs up on the wall, and then gets all its skin stolen.
That's funny. He returns and then he's just and he doesn't say anything. He's just a hat. Okay, cool.
He died in the original one, and he was like just some guy who screamed and garbled and whatever. He wasn't like a speaking character, but he was there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're here to tell me this, because I'm like, he does seem like he might have been in the other ones, but I'm not going back to find out. So it's good that you were here to explain all of the lore, you know.
Yeah, I got all the lore. I got it all.
Yeah. So what are the bits that were added extra?
Well, anything involving the umbilical cords is new, of course. There's the bit where everything melts, and there's the spooky old lady and stuff. That's all new.
Well, which spooky old lady is this?
The spooky... I guess there are multiple. The one who's sitting on the bed, and then the little shadow creature comes up to her. She has the bucket full of hands and stuff.
Ah.
Yeah, that's all. That bit's new. And I really like that bit. I really like the style on that, I think.
When was this? Was this like at the end?
No, this is midway through. This is between the cartoon about time and Crooked Rot, which was the stop motion bit. when everything
Yeah,
started
I
like
could have
melting.
could have easily just missed it and thought it was just another video that existed out there. Maybe it
Yeah.
was. Maybe you're out of touch. Maybe
I
it
know
was just one of those
I watched
videos.
this with director commentary. Okay, it's new.
Oh my god.
He points out when
Wow.
stuff's new. So yeah.
Well, I guess that's one way to find out. How convenient. And I, for a second, I thought like, oh yeah, he's a mega fan. He knows all the details. But nope, just read the spoilers.
Well, no, I do know these things. I haven't seen the director's commentary in
Very
a while. I
likely.
didn't do it on this viewing, but you know.
You've seen it twice? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. But I've seen this movie more than once. Yeah, but you know. Yeah.
I almost watched it again, but then I'm like,
You should have.
okay, I don't need I don't need another hour of this. Okay, like there's no way I'm
Why
gonna
not?
understand it more if I see it more. Okay, it's just like
I don't know.
random grotesque things.
No. I don't know. For new bits,
he
there's the bit with the dogs who go oh would you like a bit of tea? You know, those dogs.
Oh, the singing dog.
No, not the singing dog. That's part of Sock 5. But the bit with the dogs who are all weird and like
Oh, the
like
weird
mentally
dogs.
damaged
Oh.
dogs. Yeah, as
No,
opposed
now
to the
it's all
skinless
clear.
dog.
Yeah, or the dog that has the tumor.
Yeah.
Who has his head chopped
Well, that's
off.
that's
yeah.
a mostly normal dog, and then the guy puts himself onto the dog's body because he's
Yeah.
dying from the tumor that he embedded in himself with seeds.
For a second there, I thought that the name of the cartoon was a mostly normal dog, but no, I guess
That one's
I guess
Dog
it was
of
in
Man.
fact.
Yeah,
Oh, it did have dog in the name. I knew
it did. Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah. You would not be alone if you had a tumor.
Yeah, you
He-
are
he puts a
terribly
tumor.
sad. This is a good bit.
It's a very sad cartoon, you know.
It is, yeah. That one used to really fuck me up. Out of all of them, that was the one that made me most upset when I was like a little kid watching these.
Yeah, that little dog's face, and then he's like, "You may use my body."
Yeah, that one has like
he immediately gets chopped up.
it has a miserable aura to it. That one, as opposed to all the other ones, which are very happy, you know. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I like it's so iconic seeing that dog and
Yeah.
the way he speaks by having a loudspeaker in his throat. That's pretty cool.
There was Sock 5, which was one of my favorite ones in here, where it's the head on the little girl's body going around, and he decides he wants to shoot himself or whatever, and then
He doesn't shoot himself.
Well, no, he
Doesn't make
he
sense.
shoots the kids who helped him for some reason, and then he gets taken away by the spider grandmas and stuff, you know. So
I guess he shot them, but then he was gonna shoot himself. But why didn't he? How did he lose the gun then? If he was shooting them, I don't know.
I mean, he didn't have. I don't know how he shot them. He doesn't have any arms or legs or anything at that point. So,
Well, can he control them if he's attached to the heads?
well, yeah, if
To
he
the
is, but
body.
he wasn't though, because the little girl had her head on her body. So I don't know.
I guess they just wanted all the suicide bullets for themselves.
I guess so. Yeah.
And the guy never got his shotgun back. What a scam.
The grandmas took it away and shushed him, so he didn't get a chance to take it back. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah. And then there's
How could they not see that this shotgun belonged to this man?
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason he was involved at all. So
Yeah.
did you see it
And
in
at
his
one
gun store
point-
earlier? He has cakes. He has like a shelf of cakes in his gun store.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Did you notice how the umbilical cord at one point goes into a photograph of a vagina, you know, fully animated?
Yeah. He uses like
it's-
After
well,
Effects to animate these things, so they have a very distinctive, spooky style.
Yeah, definitely not on YouTube, that one, I assume.
No, that one is not. And that's also like new stuff for the movie anyway. So
Also, these planets, like the planet just uses some kind of umbilical cord to penetrate the female planet.
yeah,
And she did not consent. This is very troubling.
she seemed happy about it, and I think just
No.
by facial animation, yeah.
I don't know. I think she was very indifferent.
Maybe. I don't know.
It was not a joyous scene.
I thought it was joy. That was the birth of Salad Fingers. He was born like the baby in 2001, sort of.
But that was that didn't look like a salad finger. It was way too detailed. It didn't have the correct style.
Well, that was a salad finger. It's just a very detailed one, yeah.
That's just a green baby.
No, that's a salad finger. He's got the 3 long fingers. It has to be.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's mostly there so he could put it in the trailer, because, like, honestly, I was expecting more hyper-detailed salad fingers, but there just really isn't. But that's okay, because the rest is still so good, so.
So how much original stuff is in this?
I'd say maybe like 10 or 20% or so. Most of it is old stuff.
I knew it!
I mean, yeah. But I mean, that was the point and stuff, you know? And a lot of the old stuff is different, too. There's more detail to it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So why is it not sold anymore? Is it sold?
I don't know. It was sold by Brain Feeder, which I have no idea what this company is. They're like mostly music producers or something, and they have a site. And it used to have like a film division where they sold this and stuff, but now that part's gone, so I don't know.
Wow.
I may hold the last remaining copy of this on my PC and on my shelf over here, so I got it on DVD.
Maybe he will reach out to you, and you're the only one who has it, and nobody else. And once David Firth reaches out to you, he will finally have it again, and he'll upload it to his YouTube.
No, I would be shocked if he didn't have a copy, I guess, but you know. Maybe he doesn't.
Could happen.
David, if you need my copy, I'll send you it. I mean, he
does have a Patreon, so it would be surprising if he didn't make this movie available for the patrons.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know though. I'm not on his Patreon. I really should be, because he only makes you pay every time he releases something, and that's every like 6 months. So you're getting your money's worth, you know.
That can't be right. He has like a million things.
No, he used to release them way faster in like 2004 and stuff, but he really slowed down like maybe 10 years ago. So, yeah.
I used to make edgy games. Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good video, yeah.
Did I not see the Salad Fingers 13? I must have, but it seems to be unwatched here.
I don't know. YouTube doesn't really properly
Maybe
track
he
that.
re-uploaded it. No, it usually does. I think most of the time it's re-uploads.
Well, it doesn't tell me that I've seen 90% of his videos from like 10 years ago, which I know I have, so...
Oh yeah, well, it doesn't keep track of it that long. I'm disappointed that my favorite video, Cream, didn't make it in there.
Cream was on the DVD. It was a bonus feature.
Wow.
Yeah, Cream is very good. It's a nice... It's very basic kind of commentary, but it's just, you know, the animation is so good, so...
Well, I hear it can cause 3 kinds of AIDS, so you gotta be careful with Cream.
That's true. You gotta be careful with it, yeah. No matter what it can do for you, else in other ways, yeah.
Unless you become a godlike being, I guess then you're probably fine with AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
From the Cream.
Yeah. I have to ask you, did you saw the cartoon about time, right? Where people are selling their time and buying time and stuff?
Oh, I love that one. Oh, it's just like that movie.
Yeah, it's like where the wealthy get all the years of people's lives, and the poor have to sell them off and stuff. And I figured, I was going to ask if you like this, if you'd want to live in this sort of world where you could buy
you're going to sell me some of your finite time?
Yeah, for $50 a year?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's no good, you see. I knew you'd like this because you're evil, but, you know.
No, like, the poor don't know what to do with their time. It's a good idea in practice, you know?
Sure, you know. Why not just have people be born for the sake of fucking stealing all their years immediately, the moment after they're born, just straight from birth to death in like 20 seconds. Why not do something like that?
Well, I mean, realistically, this is the better solution, because that way, like, you can get rid of the old people instead of the young people.
Well, no, but you just make everyone old. All the poor people in this are like really old already. There's the kid who's like older than his mom, who wants like drinking money and stuff. That's terrible.
That was your idea in practice, then, wasn't it? They took a little kid and they took all his years.
Pretty much.
You see the problem?
I mean,
I guess it's
evil, though.
You just get infantile old people.
Yeah, the whole concept's just not good. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, keep telling yourselves. If this concept worked, then, we'd have, twice the scientific progress, okay?
Yeah.
All the scientists would be preserved forever.
You'd buy so many more years to go on hikes and and not much else.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have to go on hikes. I would just live forever.
Sure.
You know?
I guess.
Even I guess it's strange how it works. He says you can have more time to finish your assignment, so can you make time go slow as well?
I don't know. You're not supposed to think too deeply about these things, you know.
No, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a feature. You know, I think if I could buy 10 years of your time, I could probably release 40 games, and there's no way that could ever not be true. You know,
I'm not selling my time to you, okay?
Wow.
I'd never do that.
Missing out.
Absolutely not.
Not even to me, your best friend. Wow.
No, absolutely not.
Wow. What a shame.
Yeah.
So ungrateful.
What did you think of in Sock 4? There's the guy who shrinks himself by pressing on his hip bone or whatever, and he shrinks down like Ant-Man.
Yeah, pretty classic Ant-Man ripoff, yeah. Whatever.
I don't think he was thinking of Ant-Man when he made this at all.
Oh, he goes into the atoms, yeah, sure, totally not Ant-Man.
This cartoon is 12 years old or whatever. It's it's closer to 15.
Dude, I swear,
years old.
I swear there were Ant-Man comics 50 years ago, okay?
I don't think David Firth was reading Ant-Man comics. I don't think so.
Yeah, very likely. It's just totally accidental plagiarism. You're right.
I don't know. Probably. He shrunk down to the little particles and stuff. That's just what happens.
Come on, you're telling me that multiple people had the idea of a man shrinking down into the molecules?
I think so.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. I think that's entirely possible.
No. All ideas originate from a few great men who have them, okay? And everyone else just copies them.
David's one of them, okay?
Unlikely.
Have you seen Sock 6? No one else could come up with that. That's not even in this one. That one's newer than this, and it's great. Yeah.
Come on, tell me, when did Ant-Man comics come out? I must know.
Ant-Man is old. He's from the 60s, the character.
The 60s? Holy shit, yeah, okay.
But he wasn't shrinking down to subatomic particles back then. He was just being big and beating his wife. Okay? That's all he did back then.
Dude, if you have, God, what is it, 80 years to write Ant-Man? I'm sure you'll think of him shrinking down to the atoms eventually, okay?
Well, yeah, and they did. But, I don't think that the fact that these things both exist means that David Firth ripped off Ant-Man, though.
I don't know. Seems pretty damning evidence, you know?
I don't believe it. You have no evidence at all to support this claim. Literally
David
none.
Firth will never beat the Ant-Man allegations, okay?
Wow. I don't know. I think he already has, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why the movie's gone, you know? They were sued by Marvel.
Yeah, that's why. Did you like the bit where there's the guy who's taking care of his skins?
Yeah, he's okay. I guess, when we see the guys without skin later, did he take them by force, or were they tired of having skin?
Well, those guys are inside a painting within this, so who even knows what kind of layer of reality this is on?
Well, they probably just have a painting to remember the guys. Maybe they died a long time ago from not having skin.
Maybe. That's what I like about these things, though. There's so many. It flows like dream logic, you know. It's really interesting.
Maybe it's a Super Mario painting where you can just come and go, you know.
Yeah, that's possible. There's a painting at one point in one of these that then shows up in the health reminder, which is the painting of the corpse of the nurse from that one. You know.
I see. Well, how did you like the Mr. Malpractice doctor? You know?
I love that doctor. He's great.
Would you like to have this placebo that has no active ingredients?
The one that makes your penis grow inward, or?
No, the one that's actually crack in disguise.
Okay. Oh yeah, the one. Yeah, the heroin needle he injects in. He seems pretty happy about it. So.
Yeah, he's itching all over, but he's sure. There's no active ingredients, so I'm surely feeling the same.
Yeah, he must be good. He must be doing well. This is a very trustworthy doctor, of course. So,
yep. But in this universe, everyone has 6 legs. Very strange.
Yeah, they do. Like, you think that's like an artistic choice, but then when they show you the corpse, like the corpse of one of them has like all the 6 spidery, creepy legs anyway, in like hyper realistic detail. So it must be how these people are.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't make an artistic choice of them having 6 legs. That doesn't make any sense. Like them being like stick legs is the cartoony one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know Kryak?
No.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what
the
that
guy
is.
who animates the sheep, and the sheep becomes like a flesh abomination.
Oh no, I've seen that. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely influences from that guy as well in this.
Or between the two, or who knows.
But I mean, like originally, like David Firth wasn't doing stuff like that as much, where it's like spiders moving in this distinctive style, you know.
Well, let's see when Syriac started doing that. Oh, he started doing it like 15 years ago. So yeah. Okay, I mean, it might have been influenced by that. I'm not sure. It is a very similar style. It ends up being, actually.
Well, it's a pretty unique style he has, but yeah, it makes. I mean, he doesn't overuse this influence, so it's fine.
Yeah, I know a lot of the like human characters you'll see who look really weird and stuff. They're usually he'll like take these pictures of people off like the sex offenders list and places like that, and he'll make them black and white in Photoshop and then recolor them so they look all like fucked up and wrong. It's
really, sex offenders? That's amazing.
At least some of them are straight off the sex offender registry, I'm pretty sure. But yeah,
it's so weird how there's this one cartoon where there's like, I guess there's like these cannibals, and they bring in this one black man to chop him up, and like you hardly see any other black people, and it's like what is happening? This is so strange. Like
he's looking at like Montana sex offender registry and stuff like that, so. I don't know.
Yeah, but he chopped his head off. It's like they're lynching this black guy. It's crazy.
That guy is the guy who made the music for that video. He's the because that's like a music video for this. Flying Lotus is the musician, so that's him.
I guess he insisted on being in there.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. I don't know how much. I assume he got a lot of creative freedom on it. I don't know whose idea it was for that. Yeah. It ended up pretty good.
It was very strange.
I really like that music video because there's there's like the creepy like rapist babies or something too, who come in and then she like explodes them. She gets her revenge on it or something.
Oh yeah, the really disfigured person, yeah.
Yeah, who I'm pretty sure that one's actually just like a really edited picture of David, or maybe not. I'm not totally sure. They're all weird.
Well, he doesn't have hair, so I don't know. I guess he's edited that part.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea.
Well, David looks kind of strangely normie-ish, you know.
He does. Yeah, he shows up a lot as like background characters in Cream and stuff too. So.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, it's very interesting. Just all these creepy things.
It's too bad they couldn't use his art style in Smiling Friends, because it would have been superior to anything they'd ever do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do eventually. He's in Smiling Friends. He plays the shrimp guy.
Yeah, but the shrimp guy?
Yeah, the shrimp guy in season 1. He plays the green guy in season 2 here in the UFO episode.
Right. I mean, I just wish they would have used his art style for that green guy.
That would be neat. Well. But I don't know. David works pretty slowly, so I don't know.
I didn't recognize his voice at all in that one, so whatever.
Yeah, he did a very different voice to anything that he's done in any of these cartoons, so it was pretty neat.
I guess he's really good at acting, so good that you can't even tell it's him.
He's great. I mean, like 90% of everyone in all of his animations are him, so, and a lot of them sound pretty different anyway, so it's good.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, probably should have sounded like himself if he's like having like one appearance per season, you know.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, in the when he was playing the shrimp guy, he did the Jerry Jackson voice, which there was no Jerry Jackson in this, unfortunately. I'm sure it would have clashed maybe a little too hard if there was a Jerry Jackson in this, but you know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I guess he could have just put it on a TV somewhere.
That's true. Yeah, just like Sock 2 was the one on the TV briefly.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. The TV in the health reminder office, not the TV in the back of the guy's head. I don't know what that was. Yeah,
wow.
You know.
You know, such editing. So much things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the story? What was David Firth telling us with this experience?
I don't think it's meant to have like a literal like A to B plot line, you know?
Right.
It's an experiential sort of thing. Or, you know, you just like animate stuff and puts it in.
But why? Why is it just like an umbilical cord that goes through things? You'd think that would...
Umbilical cords, it attaches things. It attaches the child to the mother, you know? If you're going to use anything to like attach all your movies together, might as well be that.
But it doesn't even like grow a child in the end, does it?
It grows a child at the start.
Right.
And there's a baby head on it toward the end, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like the fact that it's been through the entire movie should have done something cool at the end.
Maybe, yeah. But he wanted it to end on the wonderful ending to Salad Fingers 10, which was, you know, he wanted to make sure it ended on that note, which is fine. Because that is a really nice note that Salad Fingers 10 ends on.
I see.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. You know?
Well, the hat? Is that
he gets the little hat and he's so happy about it. It's great.
Yeah, I guess so. That was like
the Salad Fingers ending for a long time before he brought it back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy when there's this pole in front of his house and he's talking to the pole, but it's devoid of any texture.
Yeah. It's a ignorant, textureless pole, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
And then there's the really sad episode in the middle with the horse, where the horse is attacked by the doctor.
Yeah, well, that's part of 10. 10 is like really long.
Oh yeah,
that's all one episode.
It was cut up in this one.
The horse. Oh. No, it's not cut up. There's Salad Fingers 9 at the very start, and then there's Salad Fingers 10 at the end of this, and they're like exactly as they were, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just goes on that long.
Yeah. they're just two very long Salad Fingers episodes, but yeah. I like the Spoilsbury Toast Boy section of this. He puts together Spoilsbury Toast Boy 0, which is the original, and then the -1 episode, because that's a story told in reverse. He left out -2 because it's too fucked up, but, you know.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
That's the little boy with the Beatles everywhere. That's that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Where he goes into the apartments where they all have weird things happening.
Yeah.
There's one guy spying on another guy spying on something else.
Well, that was after the Spoilsbury Toast Boy, but yeah, I really like that bit too. With the, I know the little the like boxing cats and stuff. Those are on the DVD menu and stuff. They're just boxing into eternity, which is great.
Cool.
Yeah, I like them a whole lot.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I wonder what he's up to. Wonder what the next big thing is going to be. I guess we got another one coming since the latest one is 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, Salad Fingers is nearing its 20th anniversary, so that you might do another one of that. I don't know.
You know, there's going to be more llamas with hats. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you imagine more llamas? You will watch it. You will definitely watch it.
No, I will not.
Yeah, you will.
I remember getting sick of that thing. I watched like the whole like series, and I got sick of it by like episode 3. So, you know.
I mean, it doesn't like he dies and stuff, and then things happen.
But I was already sick of it though, so you know.
I can't believe that you could get sick of Film Cow.
Film Cow's good, just not llamas with hats forever, you know.
I mean, that's why it didn't go on forever.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
only like 30 minutes.
He was getting sick of it too, so yeah.
Well, now it's gonna be back, and it'll be more meaningful than ever.
Great.
Oh, Charlie the Unicorn, that's the best one, I guess, because it goes, like the finale to that one, holy shit.
I don't remember that one, really.
Well, you must not have seen it yet, because, like...
I probably saw it, but I don't know.
It's fairly recent. Well, maybe not 2 years ago?
Then I have no idea, then, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It kept going. I guess much like Salad Fingers.
Yeah, Salad Fingers just keeps on going, which is nice. He takes big
you think
breaks
it'll
between
keep going?
some of them. It's still going, Salad Fingers, yeah. The break between 9 and 10 was, like, really long, I'm pretty sure, so... Oh, no, not really. Huh. Break between 10 and 11, then, was really, really long. Yeah, like 5 years.
Oh, Filmcow made a new one called Titanic 2. This time it's final.
We don't need to talk about Film Cow and whatever stuff he's made. That's not what we're reviewing.
Yeah. We're reviewing Umbilical movie and something else that I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forgot. Well, we could move into that. I don't know what else to say about Umbilical World. It's something you really have to see and experience yourself.
There's gotta be this. Well, I don't know, man. You'll get the same experience if you just watch the videos.
No, you won't. You won't. It's just not true. Because every time one of them ends, you have to like start up a new one and stuff. It's very different. Just watching it all in a row, all strung together. You know.
Did you know that there's playlists?
That doesn't matter. You still see like the YouTube like loading thing comes up. It takes you out of the whole experience. Okay.
Wow.
You gotta watch it start to finish, even though you literally can't unless you want to buy like a $70 second-hand copy off eBay or something. So yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna wait for Umbilical 9000, where he does all his videos in one 10-hour movie.
I would watch the hell out of that. Honestly, I really would.
I bet. Maybe you'll watch it at the same time as Skinamarink 10 times.
Yeah. You can put Skinamarink on in the background, you know. It's a good mood setter. I maintain Skinamarink as one of the creepiest things I've seen in a long time. It's wonderful. Sure. It is. I watched it like in bed, like at 2 a.m. with no other light in the room, just all spooky, so...
Wow.
That was pretty good.
Fully immersed.
I was fully immersed, yeah. It was amazing. And you have to be, like, half asleep to get the most out of that one, I think, so...
I mean, I think if you're fully asleep, you'll get even more out of it.
Wow. How dare you? You know that the guy who made that, he lives in Edmonton? That's pretty close to where I live. Maybe
I know someone who's named Edmund.
The next Skinamarink, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you can be the guy who animates the door disappearing in Photoshop.
I could probably do that. Could probably do it.
I don't know. I guess maybe your Photoshop is on par with that movie, yeah?
Oh. Well, that's very rude of you to say, you know.
To who?
To everyone. You're putting hate into this world, and it's no good. I gotta tell you.
Who is it demeaning to? Please tell me.
So the guy who made Skinamarink. He's a cool guy. How dare you?
Oh, you don't think your Photoshop is good?
No, it's really not.
Yeah.
I don't really do much Photoshop at all. But, yeah, I probably should for like video purposes, but you know.
Yeah, you should have the special effects.
Every time I watch David Firth stuff, it makes me want to like animate my own spooky thing too. So maybe I should get on that.
Oh Jesus, dude! Do you know how long that would take? Oh
probably
my God.
A very long time. Yeah, but I'd like to do it someday. At least make one. You know, one.
I'm just happy
cartoon.
that you made the dogs spin in 3D in that Simpsons video.
Did I? Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Quantum Hounds.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I'm gonna have to rewatch that, I guess. I barely remember that at all, dude. Yeah.
Ned Flanders joins the mafia, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of notes for for Umbilical World.
Come on,
know?
you gotta tell me, what is it all about? Why?
It's not about it. It's about showing you these spooky things all in a row.
I don't know, man. Don't you think it would be better if it had some kind of deeper meaning?
The individual shorts probably do. A lot of them. Or you
No,
can
the
find
whole
meaning in
thing.
them. Does it
Well,
need that to be great? I don't think so. It's already great. You know?
I don't know, man.
It's an experiential nightmare. It's something you go through and you watch, not for any literal storyline, but just to have the experience of watching something like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, I gotta say it's on the same level as his videos, you know, so...
I think I really, you know, a lot of these are like, this is the highest quality version of any of these videos, a lot of them.
Well, I mean, technically, yes, but then I kind of enjoy them more if they're not just, like, randomly warping into the next one with some umbilical cords over them.
I don't see how that can possibly be the case, you know? I like the new
like,
stuff so cool and so weird, and I like it so much.
I mean, I feel like it makes more sense to have, like, a little breather at the end of each video instead of just moving on directly to the next one.
No, that's the whole point with this. It's just unbroken. You don't get a moment to rest and try to internalize what you just saw, you know? You just go on to the next thing and it fucks with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes it more incomprehensible than just watching the videos.
Yeah. Well, you prefer when things are very bland and basic with a beginning, middle, and end, and easy moral to let sink into your mind in like 5 seconds, and then you got it, and you understand 100% of what you just watched.
What? That's insane. What are you...
Well...
Like, that didn't make any fucking sense.
It's literally true.
Yeah.
That's literally what you made me watch this fucking Steven Universe movie, and that's what that is.
That's such gibberish. I watch I watch an incredible wealth of things. Okay, like you're the one who's always like shitting on other things. This is crazy. Like,
I'm sorry, I just don't care for these things that you recommend to me. So
I'm totally into simple stories. Yeah,
they can be good, but not when that's like it. Like it's just the simple story, and there's like nothing to it at all beyond the surface at all.
Yeah, wow. I sure wish they would have put umbilical cords into it. Then it would have all made sense, yeah.
Yeah, I would have. I would have preferred
Definitely.
Steven Universe movie if it had some David Firth stuff in it.
Yeah, maybe
really
Meat
would've.
Canyon. Maybe
Sure.
you would have preferred the Meat Canyon version of Steven Universe.
Meat Canyon's just okay. I don't like him nearly as much as like David Firth stuff at all. But yeah.
Well,
it's
yeah, he
still
makes
pretty
a
good.
million things every week. He used to, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, now he still does, but on his other channel. Now he's just commenting on things.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Should we talk
All
about
right, so
Steven
what
Universe?
did you think of Steven Universe?
I thought it was very plain and very, very bland and very, very basic. Like, literally all the stereotypes of, like, what a Steven Universe thing is, they came true. And they were just in the movie, so...
Where to even begin? What are you talking about? It's its own thing. It's not similar to anything else, and like the fact that it's its own thing is bad somehow.
I don't know. I'm gonna put up the picture right now of all the cartoons that have, like, the same art style from this, like, 10-year period. And
I
you'll
don't care
see-
about art style.
Yeah, I know you don't, and that's part of the problem here. This was an intervention to try to make you give a fuck about how a cartoon looks. That's why I made you watch Umbilical World, in the hopes that it would make you appreciate it just a little
I mean, it
bit.
didn't really work just having the umbilical cords everywhere. It didn't really make any sense.
Well, every cartoon in that looks completely different, though, and they're all, like, great in their own neat, unique way.
So I guess that's all you care about. It's just like a bunch of random things instead of
That's
like
the
a
majority of
coherent
what I care
story.
about in an animated show. Yeah, is how it looks and like the style of it and the way it's animated.
That's crazy.
I think that's
I
very
can't believe
fair.
that all this time, like, what you really would have preferred is just like a bunch of YouTube videos instead of an actual movie with things in them.
Yeah, well, rather than an animated movie, like you would have preferred Steven Universe if it were fucking live action and looked like an Ant-Man 4 or something.
I mean, no. Why would I have preferred that?
Because you don't care about the art style. That's what you just said.
Are you insane? You just said I would have preferred if it was another art style, even though I don't care about art style.
That's not a different art style. It's just fucking no art styles. Live action.
Yeah, you think that would be better?
I think you think that would be better. Yeah.
Why would that be better? And besides, they put like a shit ton of effort into those movies. Like a Marvel is certainly an art style, and it certainly is like way more effort to animate.
It's as bland as it can be on purpose for a live action movie. That's every Marvel thing. That's like the intent.
I guess you'll never get over art style. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess if we talk about a movie, like all you'll think about is like, oh, they use this lens and this other lens, and that's what really matters about this artistic medium.
A visual medium. Why even watch it if you don't care about how it looks at all?
Like, yeah, people should just read books. I guess that's all. I guess we can't. We can't have any deeper analysis unless we specifically care about the surface level of art style. Cool.
No, that. There can be deeper levels to these things. Steven Universe doesn't have it. Most Marvel movies don't.
All you talk about is art style. You've never talked about any deeper meaning.
I don't know. Have we watched anything with super good substance to it? I don't know if we have yet.
I mean, you wanted to do this, and the only thing it has is art style.
When we reviewed fucking Furiosa, there was the whole deeper level to that. There's like its whole storyline. That's like the majority of what we talked about for that movie.
Yeah, that's better because it's not a surface level analysis where we just talk about art style or filming techniques.
Well, you never asked me what I think about any of the individual fucking David Firth cartoons or what I think they mean.
I actually specifically asked what you
No, you asked what the deeper meaning of the whole thing was, and I told you there probably isn't one, because there probably isn't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty inconvenient, and if there's like so many different things that mean so many different things instead of just telling a story.
Yeah, it's like have you never seen like an anthology movie that has like 3 stories, or like an anthology episode of a TV show where there's like 3 stories or something?
Well, I think anthologies are generally not that interesting.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, why would they be? Like, it's
because
not like
they're 3 little stories instead of like one big one.
It's not like this is like a great thing. It's not like, wow, we should do an anthology. This is as good as making a whole movie. Like, nobody says that. Like, the last movie good? Because it's just not. Because it's just worse. The last time it happened was. God, it was like that Western musical, and it was such a disappointment because it started off with the best one, and then that guy dies and it's over, and then we just have like random people doing random things that are never as good as the first one.
I mean, I disagree for that one in particular too. I don't remember what it's called. Ballad of Buster Scruggs, right?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I like the ones that come after that. You know, they're good.
They didn't sing.
Why would you? Do you want them to just stretch the first one into like really long for no reason and make it worse? Why?
I mean, they didn't make it better by killing him off early.
No, they told the exact story that they wanted to tell in the exact amount of time they wanted. That's the point of an anthology. That's what you get out of it. You don't have to stretch it out to like 90 minutes for no reason if you don't want to.
And that's why nobody does it.
People make anthologies, and they're generally good.
What's the last anthology you saw beside this one? And this one apparently isn't available anymore.
I don't most of the anthologies I watch are like in cartoons. Like Futurama has the anthology stories, and they take like, oh, what if Futurama was in Wizard of Oz or whatever, and they do it in like 5 minutes, and it's great. They don't stretch it out to a full episode when it doesn't need to be. It's good. I mean, it just lets you see these things and have these stories that are shorter.
The Simpsons do that too with the Treehouse of Horrors, your beloved modern Simpsons.
Yeah, Treehouse of Horror is like generally the highlight of the Simpsons every year.
You watch them every year? Damn.
I don't watch them every year, but I like usually some years I'll go and I'll watch like 5 of them and whatever. And
yeah, you know, those are pretty good. But in general, I think anthologies are just not worth doing. You know, well, I mean, like what else you got? There's like no other anthologies.
I don't know. There's ABCs of horror. Those are pretty okay. Some of them.
Like the last one I could think of was in an animated one was like the Animatrix. That one's like 30 years old.
I haven't seen that.
I bet you'd love it because it's an anthology.
I don't care for the Matrix's universe very much at all. So,
well, it's just random bullshit. It's an anthology. Like, you'd be fine.
Okay, maybe it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you'd love it.
Animatrix. What's its reviews? 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Probably pretty good.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah. That sounds good. I'll watch that.
Probably didn't get the views because it was just like
didn't get the views.
No engaging
it's a movie.
stories. Well, sales then.
They released it on home media.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got anything actually to say about Steven?
Yeah. I took a whole page of notes. Okay, before you decided you didn't even want to talk about it, which I'm making you talk about it anyway. Thank God. You're pulling. I want to point out you're pulling out all the worst tendencies that you complained about from Mumkey now, and you're just doing them to me instead.
What are you talking about?
You're mean. You're making me watch things that you don't review afterward anyway. Things that suck that I hate.
I mean, I'm here reviewing it, aren't I?
That's only because I'm making you. Okay, only because we were also reviewing this other thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is. I'm doing it all for you, didn't I?
I guess so. Well, I have some questions about Steven Universe then, I guess.
Yeah.
We have I got to ask you, like, what happened with this Pink Diamond character or whatever it is? Right?
Well, Pink Diamond was well, technically we learned that she's Steven's mother, but in actuality she is also Steven. So I guess Steven in this way is some kind of Christ-like figure that has been born from its godlike parent, who then became it.
We hear in the intro to this movie that Pink gave up her existence for Steven, right? And then it ruined the whole world immediately after. Like, why do that? Why not just keep existing?
It didn't ruin the world. What do you mean?
It did. It made all the world bad and whatever, and Steven had to save it.
Well, the thing is, okay, so. Well, I'm glad we're getting to this history lesson of Steven because I'm pretty happy about this. Okay, so originally there's the 4 diamonds, you know.
Yeah. They're in this movie.
Yeah. Well, 3 of them, and then Pink Diamond is Steven's mother. But the thing is that these gems are like gemstones, and their bodies are just light refracted through the gem, right? So whenever like you kill a gem, unless you break the actual gem, they can just recreate their form. So the fact that Pink Diamond had a child is insane, because that means that like she became pregnant with a human seed, and then she bore a child. But instead of that happening, I guess what really happened is that she transformed into the child. But Steven is still human, so that means that his existence is really strange to the other gems, and the pink and the other diamonds are like, are you gonna pretend? Are you gonna stop pretending to be this child now? At one point they pull off the diamond, the gem, and Steven is like crushed by having this part of himself missing, and of course the diamond doesn't do anything by himself, because I guess she is just in shock from the separation as well.
Okay.
So I don't know, did that clear it up for you?
Not really, no.
Well, so basically another part of the story is that the diamonds have this empire that you could consider fascistic if you consider carbon-based life to be as valuable as gem-based life, you know.
Gems are made of carbon, but yeah.
Okay, you're right. Well, are they all?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Pretty sure. Diamonds are, at the very least.
I'm pretty sure there's other gems that are resistant to heat, right?
I don't know.
well, either way, like they just transform planets, and then they eradicate all organic life. Organic, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. They're like evil spider tower things. They look like bacteriophage, which made me wonder, like, are these all like evil plague monsters, or?
Oh yeah, they have like those two. Yeah, that. Well, basically they're just a higher form of life. They have space travel. They've existed for thousands of years, and they don't usually care about organic life.
So they're like evil and terrible, and yet they're almost entirely sympathetic in this show for some reason.
Well, they've been redeemed. Like Steven said, "Please, no fascism."
Okay.
So now they don't kill organic life anymore.
It's fine if they've done intergalactic genocide for centuries and millions of years if they said sorry now. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, what do you expect?
I don't know, when Germany killed 6 million people, or it was like 10 million.
Well, the difference is that Germany lost, you see, whereas
we
the
made them change their whole government. Shit.
Well, the gems are like, they're like God, and nobody could defeat them. Only Steven could redeem them with a song.
Okay. He said a nice song to them, and they decided to stop genociding the whole universe, or?
Well, kind of. I guess it's mostly based on the fact that I guess he is one of them, with Pink Diamond, his mother being one of them,
Okay.
And they still consider like him to be her, Whatever. Basically,
sounds like a great show.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was nice about your show too. Okay, come on, you don't need to be such a baby about it.
You didn't
okay?
have to be nice about it.
Well,
I didn't ask you to.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta stop being such an asshole about it, dude. You just hate cartoons, and
I hate bad cartoons. They're good cartoons. You just don't like any of them.
We're gonna go back to the cartoons that you think you like, and you're gonna see that you actually hate all cartoons. Okay.
I'm sure those first couple seasons of SpongeBob are still pretty good. I'm sure they are. I'd be shocked if they weren't. Oh my
fucking god. Well, you don't want to do series, so I guess we're gonna go to some kind of movie that you liked.
The SpongeBob movie is phenomenal. It's great. It was a lot better than this. It felt like an actual movie and not like one episode pulled out of nowhere, which this movie kind of did. Because most of this movie, they're just trying to get the brains back, or like the memories of all these gems back, right? And it's just sort of spinning its wheels for no reason. And spending most of the movie on that, when it could just be like a one-episode plot instead.
Well, it'd be like a season.
Like, if this show wastes a season on a concept like this, then that's not a show worth watching, frankly. That's ridiculous.
Well, it'd be a movie. What do you mean?
It doesn't need to be a movie. They can just have, the pink gem appears and is mad, and then they solve the problem with the pink gem, and that's it. They don't like travel anywhere. They don't do anything that feels like a movie, like as opposed to a regular episode of the show, I assume. So I don't know why it's so long.
I mean, this is a show about the characters. They don't have to travel anywhere. Characters are the goal.
And the characters, they spend the whole movie just trying to make them into the characters they already were to begin with.
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if someone came along and erased your friend's memories? It's pretty terrible.
I mean, yeah, but that's it.
I think it's a great movie. You're insane. This is like a nice celebration of what Steven Universe used to be, and you think this is like so safe? Like Steven didn't.
It's very safe.
It's not safe. Like they didn't make an infinite amount of Steven. Okay, like every bit of Steven that they get to make is a win. All right. Like Steven isn't just like. What are you talking about? Steven isn't just like a regular show.
It sure. I don't know. It feels like a very lame show, just based on this movie, I guess.
Wow.
Does he travel to other worlds and stuff? This show is almost entirely on some shitty California beach town, filled with people that I'd probably fucking hate.
Well, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't hate those Californian people?
Exactly. And yet they're the whole cast of the show that you love.
Well, that's just a sign of strength that they're actually interesting despite being like that, I
don't know.
Is it even supposed to be California? I always figured it was some kind of island somewhere.
I have no idea.
I guess it
looks like
sense.
California, so.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Like Rebecca Sugar just keeps going, she made the series, and then she made the movie, and then she made one more series in the future,
Okay.
I mean, one more season, and then she made 2 games. Like she will not stop making Steven, even if nobody is there to watch it. And you gotta admire that.
I guess
really
it's
great.
I'm very glad that they're paying large sums of money to people to make stuff like this instead of someone like David Firth to make a show that he wants to make or something more interesting, maybe.
I mean, he's got a shit ton of money on his Patreon. I don't know what's stopping him.
Well, he might make money off his Patreon, but that's not enough to like fund a TV show or something, you know. He's got enough to like continue living and making his animations, which is pretty good.
I'm pretty sure he could make an animated show if he wanted to, and if it wasn't obscene, you know.
It should be allowed to be obscene, okay? There's nothing obscene in this. It's very, very friendly. Which I get, you know, if you're making something for kids, that's fine. But it's very uninteresting for me.
Wow, you really that edgy? You can't enjoy anything unless it's got stuff in it.
It just has to try something interesting in some respect, and this does not. The songs are all like bland and bad, like kind of like off-Broadway schlock. None of them are any good. I love musicals usually when the songs are good, but the songs are not good in this. So.
Yeah, I guess it's hard for me because I love musicals, but I have like no taste in music.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm glad you had respect on that one, though.
I mean,
we should do the Phantom of the Opera
this
movie next. That'd be great.
Maybe
that's a good one.
Maybe we'll do the musical clash, and I'll make you watch my favorite movie of all time.
What is it?
Paint Your Wagon.
I've never heard of that.
Well, it's a western where Clint Eastwood sings, and he has a love triangle.
That might be pretty good. I'd be up to do that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you might actually like it, so that'll be good, but maybe not. Everyone else seems to not like it.
Oh, well, okay, then I don't know.
It was a big turning point for Hollywood where they decided that they definitely weren't interested in musicals after this.
I thought people usually say Hello Dolly was the one where they decided to stop doing musicals.
Maybe there were 2.
Maybe.
Well, it's certainly where Clint Eastwood decided to stop doing anything that's even vaguely gay, you know?
Okay. Yeah. I want to point out in this Steven universe, when the pink evil rubber hose character shows up, which I have problems with the way they do the rubber hose animation, but we can get to that later. When she shows up, she has this scythe, right? And it cuts them, and it makes them all disappear and revert to their factory settings, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's that scythe and the way that it works and everything, it's like straight up just taken from Soul Eater. Like the whole concept of Soul Eater
cutting
is
out.
that. Wow, well, fuck's sake.
Oh my god,
It's taken
who
from
fucking
Soul
cares?
Eater. It's taken from Soul Eater, the only anime I've watched all the way through, where the guy turns into the scythe and then they cut up the bad guys and they turn into little orbs that the scythe guy eats. It's like the same, and the scythe like looks the same and everything. It's like the same shit. It's straight up stolen from that. Straight up. So.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't believe you managed to finish Soul Eater. That's such a stupid ass anime.
You fuck it. I mean, most of it is kind of bad toward the end. I was young when I watched that, though, so you know.
Oh, okay, that's why. Well, that makes sense.
I can say it turns into just okay by the end. The first half of it is pretty good. Then the moment it hops off the manga, it turns bad. So, there's literally like a single episode where it goes from directly based on the manga to like new shit, and that episode is like a cliff. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I saw like the first episode, and I was like, "Yep."
Oh, well, you got to get past.
I'm definitely not watching that.
It's an anime. You got to get past like the first few episodes before it gets good. Okay, come on.
I don't think that's true for the good animes.
Maybe not for the really good ones, but for like the mid-level ones like Soul Eater, you're gonna have to. Yeah. You know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, if it's only mid-level, then yeah, I guess, like, I don't like it, and it's mid-level, it's probably not worth watching.
Probably not, honestly, yeah, but, you know, I thought it was good when I was a kid, so,
yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't like it now. Who knows?
I rewatched it, like, a couple years ago, and I still enjoyed most of it a decent amount, but, you know.
Wow, you rewatched it? Okay, interesting. Well, anyways, like, Steven has, like, occasional times where they use, like, techniques and stuff from other movies, like the fusion stuff is it's been used in other anime before, but they have their very unique spin on it, where one of the characters is just a permanent fusion.
I guess so. That seemed weird to me. I liked the when they were two characters. That was more fun than when they were the one character. So.
Well, like, they start out not being... I mean, like, in the original cartoon, you don't learn that there are two characters for, like, ages, She's just, like, the stoic character, but then I guess it's because they're constantly, like, flirting with each other on the inside,
Okay. And this character, by the way, is, like, infinitely powerful and immediately solves all the problems, which I gotta want... How does the show work? If you have this character who can see the future infinitely and is extremely powerful, like... How does anything happen in that show?
Well, you see, like, all the, like, it's a common thing in the Gem Empire, in the Gem? Did I say Gem?
Yeah.
Whatever. Diamond Empire to have...
The Gempire. Yeah.
Well, they have these sapphires who see the future, so, like, they're a common part of the Empire, so that isn't going to be, like, a huge advantage.
Okay.
Like, they just got that, but yeah, like, you may ask why did Garnet allow this to happen when the outcome of this fight was that they would all lose their memory, and who knows, maybe she just saw that it would all work out and they would just have, like, a fun old time where they regained their memories and there was no real danger all along. But
no. What I assumed actually happened was she straight up didn't even, like, check. Like, because he asked her, like, oh, can you check it? And she's like, oh no, fuck, oh, shit's going bad right now, and then shit went bad right then. So I assume she's just like not checking this very actively, even though I'd probably, like, every like 5 minutes or so maybe look at, like, what's happening in the next, like, 20, maybe not every 5 minutes, just like once an hour or once a day, like, check what the next day is gonna be like or something.
Well, there isn't supposed to be any big fights coming up, so there's no reason to, like, look out for war all the time,
But there was,
the whole story was that they defeated the Empire and now everything is good. It's the future and everything is right. So they don't have to be warriors all the time now.
Except there's this one character who's, like, pissed because the pink diamond left her or whatever, which is like...
Yeah,
why is the pink diamond like an awful bitch who leaves her friends to rot on some shitty planet somewhere?
Well, that is, like, the whole point is that, like, Pink Diamond started the rebellion and then she became Rose Quartz, and she disguised the fact that she is a diamond, and she just had this brutal fight, and then eventually, like, they were stuck in a stalemate where they couldn't get anywhere, and then she faked her own death, and then she became Steven Universe.
But she couldn't tell this character, like, oh, I might not be back for, like, a really long time?
Well, the point is she ran away from, like, her entire thing, but, I mean, she was literally at war, so she was definitely pretty busy. And she probably forgot about it. Like,
that's not what a good friend would do, so, I don't know.
Well, she wasn't supposed to be a good friend, like, she is some kind of ruler of this world, and this was just, like, a little play girl that she has to keep her company,
They just make beings for, like, singular stupid purposes to fulfill their own, like, wants and needs. These are, like, awful. These are truly, like, the most evil characters in fiction. I don't know how they're, like, the heroes of this story. It's really fucking weird.
Do you think ants are evil?
What?
Do you think ants are evil?
Not ants.
Why not?
But these are, like, the main... Because they're animals. These diamonds are like functionally immortal, like, extremely smart creatures who are choosing to do evil things.
But they're not actually, like, that smart, I mean, they're like functionally
they're at least
smart,
as smart as people, at least.
No, like, they're actually not. Like, in the whole show, like, every time you meet a new gem, they're, like, retarded in a different way. Like like, Steven is uniquely, like, one of the sane ones, okay? Because he's human.
Half human. Okay.
And that's why all of the, like, everyone complains, oh, why are they doing Peach Town adventures? Why isn't Steven fighting the gems? And the reason is because Steven has his human side, and he has to keep with his human side, because that is, in fact, what makes him stronger than the gems, because the gems are, like, completely stupid and they don't know, like, a single thing that matters. They just happy to terraform one planet after another without thinking about anything. And if they're if they're created to entertain the diamonds, then they're happy to do so. Okay.
Okay. This just seems like a horrible state of affairs for an entire universe. So.
Like every time like they meet any new gem, they're following their orders, but outside of that, they're like literally children, you know, because they like if anything happens that doesn't conform with their worldview, they just don't understand it and they break.
Okay. I don't know. It just doesn't. Yeah. It's horrifying, honestly. This is like a hell universe. So everyone hates Steven. It's like the people on the right think, it's too gay and it's too weird, and then the people on the left are stupid the other way and they're saying like, oh, these fascists, they don't deserve redemption. The gems must be destroyed. They can be redeemed, but that has to be more than just, oh yeah, we're going to be nice to Earth now for a while or whatever. It has to be more like you have to put some effort into changing. At the end of this movie, Steven says like, "Oh, that's why I'm so cool. It's because I have the power to change." But like, you can't just say I'm gonna be the guy who makes changes in life, and then immediately all your problems are gone. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a fucking fat fuck. Okay, it takes work to change these things. Why isn't Steven fat? By the way, I thought he was supposed to be fat, but he's like normal. What happened?
I mean, no, he's kind of fat. I mean, he's not thin. What are you talking about?
He's not thin, but he was supposed to be fat. He was always fat, like a little tubby kid when I saw stuff from the show.
I mean, like, I guess in a beach town you don't grow up to be that fat, maybe.
Wow. Wow. There wasn't like a weight loss arc in the show or something?
No, he's not that fat. Like he's not fat. Obese.
He was relatively fat.
I mean, I'm looking at pictures of him right now.
In the old cartoon, you look chubby.
Are you looking him up?
No, I'm not. I don't want keyboard sounds on the mic.
Oh no, anything but that. Okay, fine. I'm sending you this picture then, I guess.
Okay.
Where are you? Where'd you go there?
Rich Evans with the pimp hat.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, he's not. Okay, maybe he's not as fat as I remember. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact he has no neck.
Well, I mean, he like if you look at this isn't a thin character, but he's like by modern standards, he's not obese. I mean, I guess
by modern standards, but not by cartoon standards. Okay, he's thinner in the show than in the movie than he is in the show. Is my point, and I want to know why that is.
He's grown up.
So what? When you grow up, you just stop being fat? Okay.
Well, he is also
I thought this
a warrior.
was supposed to be a progressive show. What the fuck?
Yeah, no fat acceptance here. Yeah, I mean, his dad is fat. Well, I guess not that fat.
Yeah, I don't. What's his dad's like thing? Why are there like two humans on this world and stuff most of the time?
I mean,
I guess there were other people at the band.
There were tons of humans. They went to a concert. That was really important. Yeah. And then he fused
with his dad. They played
like
the worst music at that concert. That was really unfortunate. Yeah. Every time they pull out a guitar in this, by the way, it's a shitty ass Fender guitar. Every single one, except for when they fuse and they have the double SG, the double neck. That's a good one. But yeah, the rest of them are trash. Trashy.
Did you like that song at least?
No, the song was bad, but the guitar was
song,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, poor Steven. All he wants to do is befriend everyone, and everyone just shits on him.
Well, he should be a more friendly guy, honestly. He's like...
He is the friendliest guy in the world. What are you talking about?
There's a bit in this where he convinces this pink little gem character to like be nice and be friendly again, right? And then he goes and he has her undo like the issue with the war. Yeah, whatever. Spinel. He goes and has her undo the problem that she caused. And then he immediately turns around and he's like, "Okay, guys, now we can go back to how everything was before." And it's like, you are so fucking stupid, you dumb little chimp-brained idiot child.
Oh like, my god, you're so offended.
He's retarded, and the whole last half hour of this movie could have been prevented if he wasn't a fucking idiot. This character is so fucking mentally fragile and shit. She didn't just turn good in 1 second and she's fine for the rest of her life. You gotta reassure this character that her life has value.
Come on.
You're not gonna abandon her at any moment. You gotta spend a day.
That's actually all nonsense what you just said. Wow.
No, it's not.
Like,
That's the only reason she turns bad is because he fucking
no, it isn't. We actually
know
we know the reason is because she saw the weapon, okay, and she assumed that Stephen was using it on her, okay. Otherwise, he did a really good job redeeming her, okay.
He should have also put that away, probably. Yeah,
it was in his pocket. She pounced on him. I don't know, man. Like, it just came out.
Yeah,
and then she turned evil.
That's his fault again.
No, that was not his fault. You're crazy. And besides,
his fault.
this is a really stupid criticism anyways. It's like, wow, they had an unnecessary fight at the end? Holy shit, no way. This is such an unprecedented thing. There's no way that
the plot
people
is
have a
basically wrapped up,
climax.
and then they decide it has to go on for another 20 minutes for no reason, just because they want to get a fight scene in there, which is like embarrassing writing. If there has to be a fight scene, write a real reason that it exists. Don't just contrive it in the last minute.
Well, it seems to have worked because you blame Stephen for it, even though it wasn't really his fault. It was just the fact that it turned out that the weapon fell out of his hand.
You're not supposed to be watching the Steven Universe movie and think Steven Universe is a fucking retard, okay? You're not supposed to be looking at it like that, clearly.
I mean,
and
you wouldn't
do
be
because of the way they contrived it.
Like, he did things pretty well. Like, the way he was there for his friends would be enough to convince anyone to be nice to him.
What, he doesn't even do that much to, like, get them their memories back. He just, like, talks to them and has a dance scene with one of them, and that's it. And then they're back to normal.
What?
He needs to put on some fucking shoes, by the way. He's wearing sandals for the whole movie.
Yeah, I hate that.
It pissed me off a lot.
Yeah, I really wished he would have grown up to not wear sandals, okay? Yeah. I can't believe he's an adult who wears sandals all the time. This is crazy.
He's getting into, like, cosmic fights and shit, and his feet are just open. They could, like, cut his toes off and shit by accident. It's so dumb.
Well, I mean, he is, like, an immortal gem warrior or something, so it's probably fine, but...
Put on some shoes.
I know, right? Damn hippie.
Yeah.
Just damn Stephen.
He's literally a hippie. That's like the whole thing, right? He wants friendship and no war or whatever. I don't fucking...
Yeah. He just wants to be gay and redeem everyone, you know. And
is he even gay? He's not gay.
Well, he fuses with his dad. That opens up all kinds of things.
That doesn't make him gay.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
He's
some people think that that's really
the little
wrong.
like the purple diamond, right?
Well, the thing is
clearly
that
into her.
Well, the thing is that like one of his girl pals, that like Garnet is like a gay fusion, so that's why the show is a very gay show. Okay.
I don't know.
Like the whole one character is an entire gay marriage. All right.
Is it? I thought they just fused together. They just became one person. That's not.
Yeah, that's like if you forever fuse together, that's better than marriage. Okay.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Imagine how cool that would be.
I don't fucking... because, like, you erase, like, one of their consciousnesses, right? Or something? Or you create a new one? Like, that's no good.
Well, they're both in there. They managed to... Of course they are. What, are you kidding me?
They're not both, like, conscious in there. I hope they're not. Otherwise, that's, like, a hell world of their own making, I guess.
No, they love it.
You know.
No,
Okay.
there's like one arc where they split up because they say something wrong, and then the fusion falls apart because Ruby is offended. So
what you're saying is this entire like plot of this movie has happened before as an individual episode anyway.
well, just
That's
the fusion part. Jeez.
Okay.
It was really nice. Okay, we really got to know these two characters. All right, jeez.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to point out the rubber hose thing. They don't really commit. They did design the character to look almost identical to fucking Mickey Mouse from like the neck up for no reason. But then the rubber hose stuff is like, it's like cheated because it doesn't actually look like any real rubber hose animation. It's still like stiff and bad like all the actual like movie animation for all the other characters.
What do you mean? That's not true.
It is true. The animation in this whole thing is extremely stiff. Like even just beyond it looking cheap and bad, like it's not even like actually animated well. The characters will like they'll go for between keyframes and whatever, and then they'll sit on those keyframes for like half of the time, and it just looks bad.
Damn, you're really into this art style critique. Jesus.
It just looks bad, and it was distracting when it looked really bad the whole movie.
Yeah, just can't handle the movie.
It's not that I can't handle it. I watched it. I got through it. It just wasn't very good.
And you're enraged by it, yeah.
I'm allowed to be unhappy with the state of modern animation, okay?
It's not that modern. It's like 10
Okay.
years old now, isn't it?
Well, would you feel better if I reminded you that it's actually been shitty for 20 years and not just the last 5? No, it does not make me feel better at all. Good lord. This sucks. This sucks. We're over an hour. We should end this anyway.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, what? I can't believe it. You know, Steven really tried to love you, but you won't turn away from your wicked ways. Why can't you just enjoy this lighthearted fun?
Rebecca Sugar, who created this world, which, you know, it is like a pretty unique world and stuff, right? But the show's overall pretty boring and bland, and the movie was as well. I guess I don't know if the show is boring and bland. The movie was boring and bland, which I think is pretty good evidence that the show is also very boring and bland. And I would rather the money go to interesting creatives like David Firth or fucking Lee Hardcastle is another one. He makes like claymation stuff that's great. Give it to people with good ideas
Christ,
and cool
dude,
stuff that they want to
claymation.
make. Yeah, it's really cool. He does really cool shit with claymation.
I mean, like, we specifically see like what happened. Like he made that movie and it doesn't seem to be available anymore, so I guess whoever gave him the money for that did not make a profit, I assume.
No, they probably made a profit. This like production company just like doesn't exist anymore or something. That's the only problem, is the only people willing to take risks on these like really interesting people are like companies that then go, I guess, lose half of their business and die off, and they have to go back to making Locust Toy Box music or whatever they do at Brain Feeder.
Well, I guess this is how it is, and it doesn't work out any other way, huh? Damn.
I think if they gave David Firth like a full movie budget, or even like give him like $10 million, you know, and say, hey, make a movie, we'll advertise it a decent amount, put it in like a couple theaters maybe. I think it would make a lot of money. I think it would do well. I think people are hungry for this sort of like interesting stuff.
I mean, I don't think that's true. Like,
well,
like specifically, if it was that easy, someone would just do it. Like his work is out there. People could pay him to do it.
The whole problem is that these fucking companies are unwilling to take any risk on anyone interesting at all.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a risk if you're so certain that it would work out, wouldn't it?
Well, it's gonna be a risk, obviously, but they need to just like take it. You know, people obviously love salad fingers. It's not that big of a risk, but they're still unwilling to do it.
I mean, it seems pretty unlikely that people would actually go to the cinema to see Salad Fingers. I mean, some people probably would.
People go to the movies to see fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, and he hasn't had a good game in like 20 years.
Yeah, you really
still
think
a big enough IP.
You really... Yeah, clearly Salad Fingers would be right up there with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Salad Fingers has had more good content in the last 20 years than Sonic maybe ever has had. Ever.
And I guess you will never understand the concept of financial viability. That's
I
crazy.
think the industry sucks and is trash, okay? That's the long and short of it, I guess.
Wow. It's crazy.
It's tragic, okay? We live in a terrible world where nothing good happens.
Yeah, if only we were in an umbilical world where planets like have.
Well, I don't know about living in that world, you know, but
yeah, where they just have sex and maybe it was rape, but probably not. And then Salad Fingers exists, and then he's a baby, and then he doesn't exist.
Yeah,
if
I'd
only
be okay
that.
with that. That'd be good.
Yeah, you'd love it.
Yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, that's it. What are we reviewing next time? Do we have a plan at all?
Well, we gotta go back and do something that you think you love but you'll hate. You gotta.
I don't think I like bad things, and I think I'm aware of the bad things that I do like.
What are your favorite Disney movies?
I don't really like Disney movies. They're mostly bad and boring.
You said that you liked the old ones so much. Come on.
Not really. Did I?
Yeah. You
I
said
like,
it
like
was
old
so
Pixar,
good back in the day.
Like Toy Story 2 is pretty good.
Oh, Jesus. I have to watch Toy Story 2.
Well, no, we don't have to do that. I don't know. It's your idea to fucking make me. You're the one who's trying to find like shit that is boring to make us review for no reason. We can just review interesting stuff. There's got to be something interesting that you've seen, right, in your whole life that we could review.
Wow, cool.
There's got to be at least one.
I mean, there's probably tons. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I'm just thinking that. I want you to see that the cartoons that you think you like are actually terrible. Okay. I think that.
Do you want to do SpongeBob movie? Do you want to bet that the SpongeBob movie is bad?
I know SpongeBob movie's good.
Okay, exactly. There you go.
We gotta find one that you're wrong on.
Maybe I'm just not wrong on them. Maybe I'm just not.
Well, yeah, maybe you're safe because there's like a total number of 3 things that you would watch, and they're probably good.
There's a few animated. There's got to be stuff from Disney's past that I liked, right? I don't
exactly, but you just said no.
Princess and the Frog is pretty good. That's pretty old now. That's like 10 or 20 years old, right?
I mean, that's probably good. What else you got? I mean, that's almost modern now, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's more modern than like Lion King and whatever. So.
I mean, I guess we know Lion King's good, so that one's pointless.
I don't care for Lion King.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I guess we'll do that then. I guess we'll see.
We don't need to
shit
do
on
Lion King for no reason.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you too afraid to reveal how bad your opinions are.
I could try watching a fucking what is it, Hunchback? We could try that. I don't know.
Well, that one's probably good too, right?
Wow, it's almost like the ones that I'm interested in and might enjoy are all the bad ones, or are all the good ones. I mean, sorry.
It's fine. I guess we'll do Hunchback.
Or we could not. I don't know. I don't really want to watch Hunchback. That we could just watch something interesting. Do you have any like we don't? Well, it doesn't need to be like a Disney movie.
Well, you need to prove to me that you like good cartoons.
I like Tom and Jerry.
What? What of it?
Like the old ones where they go after each other in the 50s or whatever.
Were you really just like there's nothing to them? They're just like chasing each other constantly.
I mean, yeah, but it's funny. It's well made, you know.
I wonder if you'll actually like them. I guess
30 best animated movies of all time.
Movies.
Spirited Away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shrek. I like Shrek 2 more than Shrek.
What, Shrek 1? Damn.
Yeah. Shrek 2 I liked a little bit more.
Yeah, Shrek 1 is aged very poorly.
Coraline?
Yeah, well, which one of these do you have a controversial opinion on, huh?
I don't fucking know. I don't go out of my way to have controversial opinions, unlike you, okay? So
yeah, it just happens. Cool.
Yeah, it just happens. I just happen to, I guess, sometimes. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's probably pretty good. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you'd love that one. It's a mix-up of of styles.
Yeah. It's a really interesting idea that they pulled off pretty well from what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, it's an all-time classic.
The Iron Giant, maybe?
Princess Mononoke? It's gotta be good.
I don't know.
Well, write a comment if you have any idea of what we should do next.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
we got to do Beavis and Butthead at some point, right? You got to choose some episodes for that.
I wonder if Keena will join us for that, because I don't know.
He probably does not still care. That was like months ago, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm more thinking he's too busy.
Probably that too. He's like making real stuff that matters and is cool. So
yeah.
I don't know.
All right, well, there we go. We did some cartoons.
Who won the cartoon clash? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Who won the Steven Universe movie or David Firth's entire body of work?
Well, a movie that you literally can't see. Yeah, cool. I bet we got real balanced opinions on that one.
If anyone wants to see it, I mean, I've got a copy. You can come to my house.
Well, David Firth is going to contact you after all, but to
have a digital copy too, I guess. So
Yeah, to stop you from showing this movie to everyone.
People re-upload all the old David Firth stuff all the time anyway. So, like all the stuff that's like not on YouTube. People
what stuff is not on YouTube? What is Flash stuff?
Some of it, yeah. Some of his like old Flash stuff. That's not, you know.
Yeah, I guess there's some of that. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Alright, your comments, give them to us. Maybe we'll just review whatever the most popular comment is and there'll be no escape.
Yeah, vote. Make sure to upvote your favorite suggestions, and we'll watch that next time. Whatever the top comment is, we'll watch it.
Yep. Finally engagement.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.